Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back for another recording session of Hearthstone. Let me start off at the beginning by asking you to turn off any ad blockers, whitelist me, help me make a career out of this. So I've done some curating. What happened last time we ended the recording session where I still needed like 3 victories to get that 100 gold. I grinded that offline, found a few free minutes to play, um, and so completed that quest, and then I curated the quests a little bit better. So now we need uh, 2 victories between a paladin, because 2 paladin wins will get both of these quests done, and then 2 victories between the hunter or mage, and preferably play just a hunter. February season apparently has 5 days left. When you're seeing this episode, it'll be probably considerably further along, already gone, because I record these things so in advance, and that really does help me out. Recording these lives would have all kinds of breaks and missed days. There's just days when people require my time and I can't record that day. So it certainly helps out. So we're at 290 gold right now, and we're gonna do our standard arena run. I like the way this is set up. So I think warrior is the only option. I don't think shaman or warlock was any of the quests was mentioned. Warrior, yeah. So strange situation here. If we play the arena run and we get 2 victories with the warrior, we will get this quest done. However, it won't help us one flippin' bit to get this quest done at all, which is what I would prefer, and then it definitely won't help on that. But heck, let's do it. Warrior
None
it
are
is.
stronger than I.
So let's see. Brawl? Do I really want brawl? Or do I want to start with the Murlocs? Let's start with the Murlocs. Just leave that door open. There's another Murloc. So, I have now officially completed FTL as a series. It is going on the back burner. I think I probably should have finished it a little bit earlier, a couple weeks earlier, and I think I shouldn't have promised to do one last run on hard mode when the game was already pretty hard to begin with. But I'm done with it. That means I can start recording another series pretty soon. I need to wrap up the Binding of Isaac Rebirth 2 first. But after that, I'm starting 2 new series, which is pretty exciting. This is turning into more of a Murloc deck. By every couple of cards is a Murloc, so why not? But possibly by the time this episode airs, the new series will already be out. Possibly not. It's hard to keep those things in order. In fact, even for FTL, they're going through every single ship, it was somewhere around 17 ships. And so those 17, that's 17 more episodes. That's nearly a month's worth more of episodes to add to the series, flushing it out quite long. And probably gonna have at least another week of Isaac. So Isaac might finish first, actually, now that I think about it, because I had about 17 episodes of Isaac to go, and they were about the same level before. So there's 2 series that will probably, maybe at this point, maybe in a week or 2, will have changed or will change to 2 new series. Haven't started recording them yet, but I'm almost certain. So we've got this strange Murloc deck with a bunch of other stuff. Let's see how well it does. What I'm thinking and what probably will be the games are to replace Isaac in its slot, which I say slot, but they're all being released now at noon on Central. And so these episodes 2 are going to either start or already have started being released at noon. That is simply a Twitter thing. I need to find a release time that a lot of people are on Twitter, and that way more people on Twitter see it. That way I get more eyes in front of my videos. So that's releasing at 6 AM. Very few people seem to be on Twitter at 6 AM Central Time, so it seems like a smarter move to move that around to a better time. If that's a problem for anybody, well, all they have to do is wait 1 day and then be a day behind. It's not like any of my episodes are ever going to be talking about that day's news or anything. So just be a day behind and you should still have one in reserve. I'm trying to be pretty consistent. I guess I'd be kind of sucky on the weekends, but what can I do? I have to pick something. I have to pick something. Job done. And Twitter seems to be the place where all the kids are at. It really does. I've gotten.
Not a morning person.
It could also be the truth that Twitter is just the place where all the fake accounts are at, and that's probably true. And a lot of the other systems actively try to lower and eliminate fake accounts where it doesn't seem like Twitter really cares whatsoever. But I think Twitter is the most popular one too. It's obviously not Google Plus. I'm still struggling on Google Plus to get enough followers. 10 followers is all I need. 10 people to subscribe to me will allow me to get a shortened link, and I'm struggling to get even 10 people to subscribe. But then on the other side, Google Plus seems to get tons of views. Google Plus seems to say I have been seen like 5,000 times. And I certainly don't have 5,000 video views, so something, either it's robots or something, is certainly looking through Google Plus a lot. Or that number is just being made up. Oh, and I've also enabled fan funding. I've done a lot of work on my channel. I'm desperately trying to do every single thing I can possibly do to improve my channel, get it as good as possible. And one of the things there oh, that's pretty cool.
And plunder. I'll fix you.
Oh, I put it in the wrong place though. It should have dragged this over here. Oh, that was dumb.
Job's done.
I don't want to get cocky, but it looks like I might win this one. So fan funding is enabled now. I don't know if there's any cut that YouTube takes from that at all. Maybe $1 transaction fee at most. But it doesn't seem like I didn't see them say they were going to take any percentage. So maybe 100% of the donations through the fan funding actually goes to me, which would be awesome. That would be really awesome. Now, it's not as prevalent as I probably would want it to be. It only shows up when you go to my YouTube page, that very first page. At the front, there's a box in the right middle that says help support Rydo. Click here, support, stuff like that.
The Frost Wolves stand
and
ready.
Then it takes you through some process to transfer money, which I don't think I get people's credit card numbers. I don't think Google or YouTube would ever be that silly that they would transfer all that. I imagine it all goes to them and then they mail me a check or something similar.
No quarter. I'll fix you.
But that is a great opportunity in my mind for people to fund me in a different way. Also, the limits on it, if I want to be ridiculous, per person, somebody could donate $500 a day at maximum. Now, if there's some rich person out there that just wants to donate $500 every single day because they just love my channels that much, I would be set. Run those numbers through. I probably would be at an annual salary of $30,000. $30,000 a year in 2 months, and so that would give me what, 5 years extra of an annual salary in the first year. So I'd be 5 years ahead, where arguably when I look at my finances, a lot of times it does feel like I'm 5 years behind on how much I should have earned and put into savings. So 1 year, 5 years ahead, next year, 5 years ahead. You're making it so.
Job's done.
Let's see. 10 years and 2 years. What, 7, 8, 9 years of doing this, and I would have probably more than enough to live the rest of my life. Very, very comfortably. But that is the maximum, and then that is some scenario where one very rich person was just going to donate $500 to me every single day. That is highly unrealistic. The more realistic is the minimum is $1, and if I get 500 people who like my show to donate $1 every day, and then a different 500 people who like my show to donate $1 the next day, then it is the same scenario. And that is way more realistic. And that's way easier on people to say, you know, if you got an extra dollar, you really want to support, a dollar supports me. Sure, I would love 500, but I'll take one. Any amount is appreciated. So that's great. I thought I was gonna have to go through like a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or Patreon to do all that, and I didn't realize that you could just do it through YouTube. Maybe there is some horrible thing that somebody needs to comment about how YouTube really does take a major cut of it and how it's really not the best deal, and how I should have done more research. And if anybody knows that, let me know. Alright.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
But yeah, it seems like it'll work. I would really like it to pop up on videos, just like a little icon somewhere that says help support Rydo, and I think I've seen it on other people's YouTubes, but there's some stuff in YouTube that it just doesn't make sense. Because I got to one YouTube and it said TVY, like it had been rated, and as far as I know, there is no rating system. So did somebody figure out some trick to put the symbol of the TVY? Is that what happened? So I'll have to figure that out. Now I know YouTube has got a YouTube Kids app that has come out, and frankly that sounds great. I hope what they're doing on the YouTube Kids app is they are highly curating channels and content, because that is something that has scared me a lot since my nephew has figured out that he can see the wheels on the bus on YouTube, is that he can just click the link to the next thing that's suggested to him, which he's figured that out. Well, it's
Job's done.
possible that YouTube suggestions are going to get screwed up, and they're going to suggest something that's not Wheels on the Bus, that's not age appropriate. He'll watch that, and from there it will suggest something else that's even less age appropriate. So he could get from the Wheels on the Bus that is age appropriate through several suggested videos being missuggested to something very, very inappropriate for his age. And I am hoping the YouTube Kids app fixes all that. That it turns around and has curated things, much like the Netflix Kids app is. And that was my problem with the Netflix Kids app at first, and it seems like they've figured some of that out and fixed it. But at the very first, when I looked at the Netflix Kids app, they had let some Japanese animation slip through into the Kids app that probably isn't appropriate. Now, when you really get down to it, it's different for every parent. It is completely different for every parent as to what they want to allow their child to see. So one or two things may not be appropriate. There's certainly parents out there that only let their kids watch VeggieTales and religious-based cartoons, because something like Garfield the cartoon, which most people would probably agree is not really that offensive, would still be offensive to some. So all the responsibility falls on the parents. It's the parents' job. The parents pay the bill for Netflix. The parents pay the bill for the internet. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to have to help my brother set up internet filters at some point in the future or not, because it is very obvious that my nephew is going to be very proficient with computers and devices. He has a lot of exposure to it because we have a lot of computers and gadgets.
Garrosh versus Uther. I will fight with
We as in me and my brother, his father. But I am really pumped to be done with FTL. Probably gonna stop talking about it pretty fast as soon as I start recording the next series, which should be Bastion and Plague Inc., as in Plague Incorporated. We'll be playing the PC version of Plague Incorporated. I've only played the cell phone version. It seems like it's mostly the same game, except for the fact that it looks way better and has way more better graphics on the PC. Now, both Bastion and Plague Inc. are potentially going to be shorter series.
Made to fit.
And neither one of them are new series. So I may get back to doing more Isaacs and putting up some episodes of Isaacs, even though it's technically on the back burner, because it's just so new and there's still some times when I want to play it. And there might be times when I play FTL too. Both Isaac and FTL are very good for having, because they have the ability to be played while I'm uploading videos, whereas Hearthstone here can't be played when I'm uploading videos because the bandwidth gets dragged down to nothing, and thus I can't play online games. So there may be some more Isaacs. There's certainly some stuff I could keep on doing, but I want to certainly take it off the daily release schedule. It's been out now for at least 4 months. I wish I could be moving these games to other new games. It's just a matter of cost. That is 100% the truth of it. It is.
Try this.
The Talos Principle is my one experiment there, and so far it hasn't turned into a hugely paying for itself experiment. It hasn't. Nothing has earned any money yet, so I can't justify spending another $40 to $60 on another new game. And if anybody's thinking just write it off as a business expense, well, that's not how business expenses quite work, because when you write something off, you have to make more income than the write-off. It doesn't work that way. Also, it is never a 1-to-1 ratio. A write-off puts you in a different tax bracket, but can put you in a different tax bracket. It might not, but it will not be for every $1 you spend, you can reduce your income by $1.
Reporting for duty.
So once I start making income, yes, I will be writing off the cost of games, but I have to make the income first. It just gets down to that. You have to make the income first.
For the war chief!
I'm liking this deck
Job's done.
quite a lot. Now, if I don't have to buy the games, if people want to donate games, that would be great. I'd love to play new games. There's some new games coming out at the moment. It's getting... Alright, so... This might have it. This might get the... I'm really liking this deck. This deck is working really well. Way better than I thought it was going to. For just being a crazy... So that was... I thought that weapon was the one where you lost one attack. But I didn't lose one attack, I lost one durability, and it only had one durability. But, you know, it's not terrible.
Job's done.
I keep holding back this cold light seer because I want to have other Murlocs before I see them. But I may not have a choice next turn.
Red alert! I'll show them. I'll show them all!
This guy is almost out of cards. But so am I. He's closing the gap. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's kill this guy.
Job's done.
Well, that sucked. For him.
Reporting for duty.
So if I can do 1 damage to this guy, or 2 damage to everybody. Save my face here. I'm at a desperation point here, though, with no cards.
Like my invention.
I gotta turn this around and do 18 damage.
Reporting for duty.
If I have 12 or less, do 6. Alright. Man, if I only had 2 more of those cards. Probably should have saved that for later. Let's see, I'm seeing 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 health. 14 health. Looks like he's got me dead. It is actually snowed outside, so I am trapped in my house. Not that I had anywhere to go, but sadly I cannot claim a snow day because snow does not stop the YouTubes. It may stop everything else, but it does not stop the internet. Well, hopefully it doesn't. Sometimes it does, if ice takes down the right power pole. If I was sitting in a house with no power, that would be really bad in a cold situation like this. But that does not happen for long enough durations in my area that a generator would be necessary. And I suppose I could always start a fire if I could not get electricity, but then I couldn't even record, even if I was recording a game that wasn't online and we had lost the internet. I'm pretty useless without electricity. Not terribly useless, because it's something I'm aware of, and thus I have a passing interest in being aware of kind of those prepper survivalist mentality. So I, in theory, know how to survive. I probably would not be very happy without electricity in a civilized society, but in theory I could survive it. Alright, man, this is a perfect Murloc setup.
Job's done.
As long as these guys don't get killed too fast, I should be pretty set. So we bring this guy out, that gives him one attack. We bring this out, that gives everybody some major attack improvements. Then we get this guy out, man. Nice! These Murlocs really synergize together. So we bring this guy out, and we bring this guy out. Wow, second turn, and I've already got him really low. Second turn below 15. When you get a good Murloc run, you can take people out in like 3 turns. I mean, he's in big trouble. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 14. If he can't put some kind of taunt or something.
Dragno, stupid!
Watch this. So we play this. That lowers this down to 2. So that's a bust. But whatever. Kill this guy. We'll do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. That's what I was looking for. Well played. That was really well played. Third turn victory with the Murlocs. We got our quest done, and we're still playing the arena run. 2 victories. It's been a while since we've even gotten like 1 victory, 1 good arena run. Maybe we could take this really, really far. How many games have we played now? 4. This will be our 5th game. Let's see. Part of the thing of doing new series is I'm going to try and find arbitrary reasons to split up episodes. So my leaning here is to probably stop the episode after this game, even if I win.
Light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
But I might not do that because I just want to trade everything for more Murlocs, even the Murloc for a Murloc. But yeah, you want these 2 Murlocs first. So we play this.
Job done.
I don't know if I want to really do that on Arena Runs. Because we've done that once and it didn't turn out good at all. The break just managed to mess with our win streak, and we lost right after that. And so I think Arena Run should stay within one episode, even if we go to 12 victories and do 12 games. Well,
I hope you like my invention.
figured out a way to take that guy out. I could do 1 damage to all minions, but I wouldn't want to do that right now. That was not really worth it. Do 2 damage to 2 random enemies. Minions. One thing I've noticed is spell damage +1 only applies to your spell damage. And they started the whole spell damage +1 thing pretty early when they were making the game, obviously, because it is not explained anywhere on any of the cards that say spell damage +1 that it only applies to you. That also closes the door, and so they need to go back and redo it so it says spell damage +1 for only you.
Blood and plunder.
And that way there can be cards that actually say spell damage +1 for everybody. And so they need to just kind of add the word your spell damage +1. If I get below 12, I can do 6 damage, so if I can get this guy down to 6, that'd be great. That was a bit of a waste.
Try this.
But it got rid of him and balanced us out. Darn it. How come this actually works for other players? It almost never that works for me. So let's put this out here. Let's put this out here. Take this.
What's this?
Attack this. Attack this. Oops. So he can get me down below 12 in 2 turns. But I need to get 11 damage on his face. Come on, hit the face. Good. So I need 4 more damage to his face, and I should be able to win this. The Noitron will help a little bit here. Oh, no it won't. Never mind. It looks like between the 3 of them, he's got more than enough to kill me. Am I gonna lose? Possibly. Let's see. 13, 21.
Well played.
Yep, he's got me dead. He's got me dead. I was close. If I had just gotten him down in health a little bit more, this card would have worked. Oh, add insult to injury. Just add insult to injury. Take my guy, use my own guy to defeat me. That's low. Low, low, low. But we got 2 victories, and I'm glad for even that many. It's been a while since we've gotten any victories on arena runs with their randomness. And I'm still very surprised at how well that deck works. Sometimes Murlocs works. We were at 290, we want to get to 300 by the end of our recording session. So 80 more gold is needed. There's 80 more gold in the quests, and if we get the 4 victories, we're certainly going to get a another 10. So we'll make 10 progress. It seems like you make 10 progress each time. Looks like a pretty bad deck here. 2 of the exact same cards, which I think I already have 2 of these anyways. Just this is 1 rare Fell Cannon, which I think we already have. So is that 5 cards ready to be disenchanted into dust? Yep, all 5 of those cards disenchant. That gives me 65. Let's see. Just the first thing, I don't even care if it's a Goblins versus Gnomes card. Just open it and create it. Why not? I'm ready to live the requirement that it be classic cards. And let's just start creating whatever we can create with whatever small amount of dust we have. We're going to start now having a lot more trouble getting creating cards because I've got most of the ones that only cost 40 dust done. So it's going to start getting up to 60 dust, 100 dust to make cards, to get them better quality cards. So eventually it's going to take 16 or 3200 dust, and that is just going to be a ton of dust that I don't know how you really get that much short of just playing the arena a ton of times. And hopefully I don't ever really need to do that, because hopefully the cards will start, the packs will start giving me those cards, and I'll get them through the packs. It's much better to get the cards through a pack than trying creating it via dust. The dust system is kind of a system of last resort. The random system of buying packs is the system they much rather prefer. Anyways, that was 5 games, so next time we play Hunter, and no, next game we play Paladin and Priest ranked runs. And if we get those done, maybe I'll do some Hunter runs after that. But we probably won't next episode. So we're done. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net to play Hearthstone here, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.